Welcome everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today, Burrito Gang, it is our first, sorry, I'm fixing the mic. It is our first, okay, it feels like it's been so long, but we are going to be doing our first watch party, cast, whatever you want to call it, for Rise of Kingdoms Grand Prix in the last 2 years. So we're going to be catching up on all things Grand Prix. We're going to be looking at some teams that I don't think we've seen some, but there are some at the 14 UTC that we definitely have seen before. So buckle up and enjoy. And if you are enjoying all the content, do me a monster favor, smash that like button on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn that bell icon, select all for all things Rise of Kingdoms. And today, Burrito Gang, it should be an absolute banger today. Multiple of these teams are fighting to stay in Grand Prix as we are in the qualifiers in week 2. And only one from each group is going to make it out. So we're all battling it out. We're going to start at 13 UTC in the Chinese servers and those teams. And then we will end up in the international servers at 14. This is going to be a one long watch party. And then what I may end up doing is splitting them up into videos, doing all that kind of stuff. So hopefully y'all are enjoying all the content, and let's flip over. There are a couple of things I'd like y'all to help me with, or one in particular. So give me 1 second. Let me get this. Okay. So one thing that I do need, let me actually turn some music on real quick and make sure if y'all are just chilling and hanging out, make sure and say something in the chat. That way I can give y'all some love and appreciation for coming and hanging out and chilling with us. Let me fire some music up. A little Latin fire this morning. I think we're gonna go a little Latin fire. Let me make sure the audio is okay. We are Gucci there. Boom, 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 boom. All right, got our little Latin fire here. We got about what, 16-ish minutes before we're gonna hop in. Okay, so one thing that I do need to get from y'all is, hold on, let me, I need to send this link. I'm working on it with, okay, good. Sheep helped me out. Shout out to Sheep. As I'm working to get the role back in the server so I can start sharing links and stuff and get into everything. We'll figure out what's what. All right, let me close out Discord. Okay, so first things first, what I need to know from y'all is, do we want, because what I worry about is my cam is right here on the lower left, and in Grand Prix they have in the lower left sections, they have the skill bar, right? The skill bars for the two teams. So either I can do one of two things for the loadout, for the layout, for the cast. I can either put me in the center in between both of the skill bars, or I just do a full cam like I was earlier and then put it in the right corner, right? So that's what I'm thinking about doing, is just moving it back over here, because I like this, but it's gonna block all the skill bars, which I know a lot of people are gonna want to see. So let me go ahead and do that, and then if we want to switch it back, we can switch it back. Okay, give me 1 second. I just thought of that right now. All right, let me do green screen. Let me hide you. Bring you. Okay. And we'll adjust this. Remind me to adjust this, fam, when we get in the match, just for optimal. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to be too small. I feel like that's pretty good. right. I feel like that looks pretty solid there. We'll just leave that there for now. And if we want to, then we'll bring the green screen one back, and then we can always rotate it around, kind of move from there. All right. So we have a couple of things going on today. Let me shrink this down a little bit. All right, so first things first, let's test out the commands real quick. I did go in Nightbot. Let me double check, make sure these pop up and work. I'm hoping. They should have been set up, but stuff's been a little slow because the channel's so new. But we'll see. Hopefully that pops up soon. If it doesn't, then I will go ahead and set all that up once we're ready. There it is. Boom. Cool. Everything's been a little bit slightly delayed. The MEE bot's been slow. Everything's been kind of slow with the new channel because it's so fresh. So we will we'll make do. On live streams, I may ping y'all on Discord until they start catching up, and then we'll kind of go from there. Or I may need to just reset the MEE bot and see if it resets itself. But yeah, we have a couple of matches like I was talking about previously. The Chinese servers, we are going to be spectating Group C today. So top 1 versus 01XH. 01XH had a really close match last week. You can already see by 3K, by less than one arc, against 21YL, who should have a pretty easy matchup this week. I don't think. Let me see. Did they show up? Yeah, they did, but it was slightly in favor. You know what I mean? It went to top 1. For sure. So I kind of suspected that this would be probably the best match for the week, just based on previous results. So I am kind of excited to see this. I haven't spectated a Chinese only match ever, because usually they don't split them up like this. And usually we're kind of mixing and matching. So it's nice to see that we're having qualifiers for both regions represented. And then we will move over to international. I kind of wish, I don't think we can see the teams until during the match, but we'll see how it all floods in and goes from there. But and then 14 UTC, we're going to be moving into the international server. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let me 1 second. Let me share this into. All right, put it in there. We're in Discord. We're on the official. All right, details, international. And so then it was a tough one between me. I kind of, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wanted to do beer versus OWR. The thing is though, right? My first international cast back, I want to make sure that it's some teams that I've seen before and I know about. So that's why, all intents and purposes, we did go with JST 16OT. That and the idea that 16OT, the idea that this is a winner. You basically have to win to have a shot. If you're for JST, and if you are 16OT, you probably are gonna have to win to just stay in contention with 2377. So it should be fairly interesting match. I'm interested to see, what happens here. JST could honestly play spoiler and ruin. This is definitely the group of death right here. Shout out to EE. They're a phenomenal team. They just got stuck in. I think they honestly would have done really well in almost any other group except this one. So I'm excited to see what's gonna go down today. Got about 9 minutes. We're gonna be loading in. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something real quick. I hope y'all are all having a fantastic morning so far. Let's see. QQ, yo, what's going on, big dog? How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you, big dog. Glad you could make the stream, my friend. Share the link out. I'm good, bud. It's early. It's 7:50 in the morning, but hey, we're gonna make it do. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, big dog. You excited for the matches today? Who you got winning? Who you think's gonna surprise? Do you think we're gonna get any surprises today? All right, so we are just waiting on this. There are a couple of things that I do. Oh no, that pops out. I was hoping to see, but I don't think we're gonna have the rules for these. Let me see if I can do from here. All right, skill details. I'm trying to look and see if I can notice any. I gotta familiarize myself with the new skills and stuff like that. Real quick, majority of them we know, but I know that there are some strats that I've been seeing that I saw a couple times that was a little unfamiliar to me. So we're gonna get back in the rhythm of it and figure out, you know, what's what right now, what the new metas are. I know I can I can tell you, and it brought a little joy to my heart. Brought a little joy to my heart to see more sneaky tactics being used from a lot of teams. Which, if y'all know me, that's by far one of my favorite Osiris League skills, just because it's just so like out of left field. It's truly swinging for the fences, and I always love it. I turned 14 in 5 minutes. Let's go. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a great day. All right, running charge, swift stride. Of course, my friend, of course. Swift stride, we know those. Hard push, war drums, tear down, we know all those. Interesting that a lot of these skills got taken down a little bit. Running charge, actually running charge I think got increased, right? It used to be 1. Hard push used to be 1, 3. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna have to go look back at some of these. So I know these skill points got adjusted. War drums has always been 3. Teardown is 1. Interesting. Teardown actually used to be a lot more. I guess it's to kind of promote more structures flipping and less holding the entire match, which is interesting. Valiant Stand, that's 1 too. That actually used to be more as well. Mystical Formation 3, that's traditional. Timely Support, which one's this one? For the next 180 seconds, governors and the teams can heal severely wounded. The war count 300%. Their current healing speed, and that's not really worth it. Unless if they were running on their own troops, that might be beneficial, but this is Grand Prix, so that probably shouldn't have been there. Insatiable Desire, increase all gathering speed with visiting caravan by 50% for 300 seconds. That actually is a dub. Bringing that down to 2. What is the cooldown? 600 seconds. Okay, that's actually not terrible if you have really good provisioners. So they lowered that, I know that, but the cooldown isn't that bad, so you can build around those. Bog down is 4. That is, I believe, an increase. It used to be 3, if I remember correctly. Desert Storm. Okay, so here are a couple that I know we need to get familiar with. Desert Storm deals skill damage up to 30 enemy troops in the target area. Okay. Damage factor 500. Troops hit by a skill also lose 2% of their max unit and loss. Okay. And lose the hidden status for 10 seconds. This skill has no effect on buildings. Okay. I like that one. So you're taking damage, but you're also interesting. Okay. I wonder if okay. Sneaky tactics, of course you gotta know. Hey, it's 3 now. That's YOLO. Let's go. 900 seconds. That's actually not bad. It's actually not bad for a skill like that. Heaven's Grace, cooldown 1200. Fill a portion of allied. We already know this. To the death. I'm surprised. How is Heaven's Grace only 4? That's wild. How is it only 4? I don't know how that's only 4. Did they lower it? Is that why? Healing factor 1000? See, I don't remember what it originally was. That'd be the only reason I could see it lowering in point wise. It used to be 6. So it's 4. So the only rationale behind that I can think is that they lowered the healing factor every second for 20 seconds. Okay. To the death. Area 100% of the damage for increase the damage of up to 30 allied troops. That's no different. An area by 100% and their damage reduction by 30% for 60 seconds. Affected troops cannot be healed before the effects expire. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many teams do it, but you could technically stack both of these together. Pop to the death, wait for the 60 seconds to run out, and then pop Heaven's Grace. But more often than not, 60 seconds is going to be way more than enough for everything. Or everything's going to be dead by then. So, all right, let's get into it, boys and girls. We are about to hop in. 46 seconds. Top 1 versus 01XH. We are about to hop in it. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. Why does it keep doing that? No. All right, let me see. Let me flip. Let me see if that will Oh, it keeps pushing it back. Keeps doing it. I think it's doing the delay right now because the match just started. So I think we have a little bit of a countdown before we're gonna get in. There's usually a slight delay on it. So this will probably do it a couple times. Keep resetting it. Yeah, 42. We've probably got a couple of minutes before we can hop in. Let's see what replay. I like this though. Yeah, usually I think it's at 3 minutes. So we'll see. We're gonna see. Bum, bum, bum. All right. I think we'll have one more, and then it should load in. It should bring it up, but we'll find out together, fam. We're gonna find out together. Let's see. There you go. I think that's the last one. Hopefully? Question mark? I don't remember if it's 3 or 5 minutes. That's the big thing. I think it might have been 5, to be honest with you. Which I think that 2:30 might put us in that realm. Those are all questions that once we figure everything out, we'll ask and find out. So this one has spectate, but this one doesn't. Interesting. Are they delaying? Yeah, see, some are starting to pop up now. Some are starting to pop up. Usually they do that because they don't want to launch them all at the same time, but we'll see. 3.5. Let me see. Say happy birthday to my friend in 5 days. Hey, tell your friend to hop on the chat then. And we will tell them happy birthday in 5 days. Happy birthday in 5 days, my friend. So we got a couple that are rolling right now, which are these. So these are rolling right now. He's happy you said that? There you go. Dang, y'all didn't want to do like a joint birthday right there? Just so here's the real question, right? Are these times wrong? So here's the real question. Are these times wrong? Cause see, these say 14, where I'm hoping that this timer tweaks, but the official streams say that they're not starting for another 50 minutes. That they're not starting for another 50 minutes, which I think is wrong. Well, the JST one should be, let me see, beer. See, both of those are, both of those are international ones. And from what I see, I only see they've only done international matches. Interesting. Oh, dude, this timer keeps increasing, bro. We might just end up having to watch something else. I don't want to, though. I really don't want to. Hold on, let me ask in these real quick. Hold on, let me ask in here real quick. I'm trying to find out, because if not, then we're gonna instantly start switching. hoping I don't need to reload the game, but we might have to reload the game. I don't think I should. Yeah, this time keeps going up. I was trying to see, but they don't have any officials going on right now. Dun, 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 QQ, we both looked at each other and said, good idea. Also, I'm 14 now. You gotta wait another hour. Hell yeah. All right, let me reset the game real quick. Some were saying that they're supposed to be, but let me see if maybe it's just loading, a loading issue. And if not, then we may end up spectating something else. Okay. All right. Well, apparently, let me see. I only see spectators popping up. All the rest. All right, let's see. We may end up having to switch, which I don't want to, but hey, let's see. Wuji, SSSS. Ooh, that one might actually be kind of good. Let me see. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna catch up. Let me look at. We'll have to update this title. All right, so we did all the countdowns. They went through all the countdowns, did all the things. We already have our breakoffs. Right now, I'm just trying to catch up because we are now kind of a couple of minutes into it already. So breakoffs for Desert Altar, nothing too untraditional. Have our breakoffs for Desert Altars pretty hard. All right, let me update this title real quick. All right, let me update. 1 second, chat. I just need to update this because I don't want everyone to get all confused. All right, let me see. So we now have W. Is it wuji? Hopefully I don't butcher that into oblivion. And SSSS. Save. There we go. All right. Y16OT Milan. So I wanted it since it was my first international cast back, right? I just wanted to have some teams that I was familiar with. Honestly, the match that I wanted to do was Beer versus OWR. But you know, if we can't get in, then it will just be wherever we can get in, right? Ideally. All right, so it looks like we're porting in right now. Which match did you want to see? If y'all want, I put polls, and I'll do that next week. I put polls on the community section for y'all to vote, but we didn't get a ton of votes. Oh man, I forgot the audio's on here. I'll have to remove this for the next one. We're gonna get every single thing under the sun here. Oh God. Do I need to back out and turn the sound off real quick, chat? Oh, I think I'm gonna have to. Tell me if that audio is too loud. If it's too loud, chat, then I'm gonna back out and do it real quick because that may need to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, chat. That's a little dicey right there. I wish I had sound controls there. Let's lower that. Actually, I don't need that. All right, there we go. Hopefully that's better. Details, Chinese, we're in here. Update, confirm. All right. All right, so we're starting to progress forward. We're about 6 minutes out from the first arc rotation. See, now it's extreme. Okay, there we go. I was like, now it's too low. Might actually be good this way. It's weird to think a PSG player plays this game. I like it. I always like it. All right, let's look at the teams since we weren't able to see all those graphics. Here are the teams from Wuji side. We'll just show them off real quick. All right, and then from SSSS sides, there we go. All right. So structure game looking pretty good overall. Let me see. Blue's doing pretty good. Wuji's out here doing pretty good structure wise. Outposts, guys sneaking them out. Got another push coming. Desert Altar, 50 seconds. This is always, I always love the timing on these because it's great timing. Because you get one solid push. If you can put, neutralize the structure, it's gonna be a dub. Even if you don't, you're still gonna get to rinse and repeat your troops before you need to rotate mid, and then we'll get to see what skills everyone's gonna be kind of popping in the match. So we're gonna start seeing those bars rack up with them skills. Some intense fighting going on here, boy. Oh, getting sent to the Shadow Realm, my fam. Woo. Posture forward on top. There you go. We're starting to get first occupations for these structures, which is huge. Sky Altar being contested. Wuji. There you go. Hidden sentries getting popped. You're gonna see that non-stop. So, and just like that, SS take it back. Altars are gonna play a pretty big role, it looks like, with structures being flipped right now. Combatants, let me see, 670 to 330 in favor of Wuji right now. Points per minute. They're already contesting. Look at this monster swarm. Should start looking mid here in a minute, but structures are starting to get swarmed and flipped. So it's kind of late. They're going to be pretty late to mid with all these marches, but this swarm is pretty nasty. I'm not going to lie to you. They might actually neutralize this before they all go down, but we'll see. We'll see. We got a little belly action in here. There you go. Wuji clearing them out right now. This final swarm should clear out these troops. Hopefully they'll neutralize this, but they still got 2 minutes on that structure before they capture it. I don't even know if they got first occupation on those yet. I don't think they have. That's the point differential right there that you're seeing is that. All right, let's go to mid real quick. Wuji on it right now. Let's zoom out, see what we're looking like for rotation to mid. You can start to see they're still worried about that sky altar. Doing a great job, and it looks like they're resending back as SS is starting to rotate towards middle. This is when you're going to start looking for those timings on the Rally Sword Stridents of War. I try to get those additional buffs as we kind of lead in here. All right, here we go. Let's see what our mid compositions are nowadays. QSH, Scipio. Let's start clicking on these. All right, so the mid comps are pretty different from what I'm used to. So there's our first Joan that I've clicked on. So just pure damage, just pure insanity. Joan, QSH. Clicking around, just trying to see what comps. Gosh. Whew. Whew. Should be an absolute barn burner. 1 minute to the first arc. To our first arc and our first return cast back, ladies and gents. Do me a huge favor. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button on the stream. Helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And here we go. Desert Storm coming in from Wuji. Great placement right there. Dust up as well. Starting to get a little fight action. Wuji to the death. SS to the death. And our first arc fight coming in 30 seconds before the arc spawns. I do love the positioning from Wuji on this. It's going to clean up that whole back line so the arc runner can get a clean grab. If you're SS, you really want to try to move this ball. You can start to see they're starting to pull back. You really want to push this ball towards... Oh, woo. SS hitting hard. Oh, man. Let's go. Look at the sad faces. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're flying out. They're flying out. Wuji getting sent to the Shadow Realm. They're both going now. Let's look. It looks like there's more red than blue, but we're going to see. The arc has just spawned and gets grabbed by Wuji first. You should see the mosh pit ensuing as it moves towards that arc runner. Run, Forrest, run! Nevsky's about to go down. Or not. He said, hold my burrito, and keeps running, and just like that gets nuked off the field. SS moving, progressing towards the arc. If you are Wuji, if you can actually pick this up, that delay tactic is very, very useful. Because it takes an extra 10 seconds once the arc has to get picked up again. So if you can consistently snag it, you will get enough time for people to re-rotate back towards middle. So it is important. And just like that, Wuji grabs it again. What are we doing? SS, pick it up. What are we doing, fam? If they get one more snag, they're going to have enough time for a full re-rotation of this arc. Homie is gone. Oh. The numbers were in favor of SS, and Wuji just grabs it and takes off. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, dude, look, they were so late. Oh, man. And see what I mean by the stall? Even if he would have dropped that extra 10 seconds, it would have re-rotated. Wuji taking a firm command of mid And just like that, first arc is done. Done. Worth 3,000 points. Does not make or break. What it does allow is you to dictate the timing of and the pace of the match, because they don't have to capture for 13 more minutes if they don't want to. If your team's really strong at mid game, you know, that's a choice for you. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, I personally don't like, I would hold enough to kind of build that skill bar back up, but I don't necessarily enjoy a lot of teams holding on to it too long, just because it doesn't leave you in a lot of room unless you're doing really strong in occupation or in another aspect of the game. It doesn't leave you any room for error, right? If you do lose that second arc, right, you need to have that cushion. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Just depends on what your personal team strategy is. Some teams I know lived and died by the 2 arc, and then others just don't. All right, so we do have reinforcing structures. Let's look at that points per minute game. 560 to 210. Oh man, GG's. Whew. Even running with that arc, we're still holding the structure game. We got, oof. I'm liking this. This is right out of the field, the field of vision. Oh man, they're gonna spot him right here. I like the timing on this, the positioning of the marches, just hiding right outside of that POV out in these little bushes over here. Okay, so as of right now, we've seen 3 skills from each side being popped. We had our 2 big skills get popped to the death. And then we also had a couple of our other skills, the sentries and all those getting popped. Oof. And wuji taking it. Taking down that shrine of life. All right, let me see. Dude, the pressure that wuji is putting on SS is pretty great. I see a nice little fight coming in on the side of SS over here. So ideally, I've always been a strong believer in the positioning of the map, that on this desert altar, I always, if you are the aggressor coming from the opponent's side, I always like having the fights on the top side of the structure, because all these marches would then have to run through your murder ball in order to get to the structure. So moving that, you'll start to see as I say that they progress forward. You don't really want, the name of the game is you don't want somebody running through untouched, right? You want them to get hit as they're progressing forward. It also makes reinforcing a whole lot harder when you're having to lose a bunch of troops before you get into the structure. And look at the swarm coming in, nice. I like the play on the side right here of wuji. Coming in together, they're not running one by one, which is a great play. Let's see if these reinforcements come in time. I think they're going to be like a second too late, but let's see. Yeah, just like that, second too late, but it's all right. It's all right. We got plenty of reinforcements here. This is one of the closest structures to their obelisk, so that's always going to be a dub right there. But great job on the side of SS to flip those structures. And as we're saying that, the bot side, wuji flipping, turning and burning out here on the structure game. It's looking, their structure game is looking real nice right now. Let's look at the structure game. Already 2.7 K in occupation ahead, provisioning slight in favor. Skill game's pretty nilled up, but we got to keep in mind, we also have that 3K arc in the back pocket on the side of wuji, our blue squad. So this lead is more realistically like a 6K lead than it is a 3 right now. So just keep that in mind, unless SS is able to flip tons of structures. Hera out here in a garrison, still tried and true. And just like that, as we say, it gets absolutely nuked by SS. Structure game is looking pretty good as we look up here at the map. Blue holding their structures. We do see that a couple of those altars did get flipped on the side of SS, which applies great pressure. This is the best way if you're ever looking for the strategy on how to prevent your opponent from sitting on arcs too long. Take their structures, right? The more you cut into the lead, the more hesitant they are going to be to hold it. Traditionally, right? Not all the time. Some teams kind of sit back and kind of enjoy that aspect of gameplay. Others don't, right? But wuji is doing a great job clearing out field, doing all that. Reinforcements are going to take a long time. This is one of the furthest. You can see it just on here. One of the furthest away, closest for wuji, but super far for. You can start to see as we zoom out and look, get that bird's eye view over here. Just the troop movements out here, outposts being snuck. That's clearly in the strategy for wuji, is just being a nuisance in the outposts. They aren't worth a ton, right? But when you have them neutral nonstop, that is a ton of points that eventually will add up to be a decent chunk in the end. All right, so it looks like we're getting more teleports in on that side. Coming in, QQ. Let me see. I'll be right back to get more food. Press can talk. Oh yeah. I really appreciate you saying happy birthday. Nah, man. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, man. I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all have a good day together, man. Garrison's about to flip over right before they got the tick. Right before. He's staring at me like, why didn't he talk to me? No, you're good, bud. You're good. I have the chat over here on the right, and so I didn't see it. So let me move this real quick, and then I'll see it. No, you're good, bud. You're good. I didn't see QQ's message until right now. Fun chatting with you, brother. All right, let's look at some structures real quick. Desert altar. And that indicator is so big. All right, so we got SS coming back for this sky altar. Dude, it just looks like these structures they're switching hands non-stop now. And it definitely has to do with the commanders for sure. Definitely has to deal with commanders. You can see there's a clear meta. The swarm is just nasty now. Nasty. All right, SS, finally get it. Leave Caesar on the field. Yo, let's go. There you go. Kill your march off. All right, got 5 minutes till they have to capture the arc. Let me see where he's posted up at. Okay, so he's in the back of their spawn right there. Got some pressure coming in and a random zone in between. Interesting. He says you're peak and he's only watched you for like 30 minutes. I agree with him. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you. Nah, I'm sorry about it. Yeah, I saw his message so late. The screen for the thing was covering up the chat, but I did move it over, so now I'll see y'all's messages. We got sky altars. Looks like everything's kind of nilled up right now, except the outpost. Look at the outpost game, boys. Oh, like I said, they aren't worth a ton. But when you're getting, 30 points a tick, you're getting an extra 90 a minute. Adds up to be when you're playing a 60-minute game mode. He's gonna say something again. Oh yeah. Doom boom. Uh-oh. Okay. Ooh. Woo. Woo. Had me nervous there for a minute. I was like, oh, the play's coming in. The play's coming in. And there we go. Okay, they reflipped back that obelisk. I saw that. I was like, what? All right, swarm coming in on Shrine of War. Attila Takeda in a garrison. You're generally the GOAT. You're now favorite YouTuber. I appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. You know the GIF. The GOAT. There we go. A nice random tussle in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of Narnia. We're in it. Wuji still holding that 3K. It's actually 3.8K lead right now, not including that 3,000 point arc. So we're looking at almost 7K point differential right now, as they are gonna slow grind it out like Channing Tatum in a Magic Mike. So we'll see. It looks like we're only gonna get 2 arcs in this matchup today, which I don't know. What skills are you gonna pop? What skills, right? If you're only gonna have 2, you gotta go all out. And SS fell asleep at the wheel. The last one, they cleared everyone out and let Wuji grab it and just run away with the bag. Just run away with the bag. Shrine coming in with the swarm. SS just looks all out of sorts right now. Wuji looking very strong, very organized. The placement of their troops, I will say, is very nice because it's right out of the field of view, right? They aren't directly running to the structure and being seen. They're running. They have different lines that they're running and progressing on the map as their opponents are running through. Oh, maybe they'll get it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Are they gonna get it? It's so close. The sliver of health. Somebody get in there. Somebody look at that little. It's a little red. It's a little one. QSH, get at. Oh man, and they hold it. They hold it. Wow. Great hold from SS right there. So close. You always love seeing that. All right, here we go. Another one. Wuji with the Hera in a garrison on the side of Wuji. This should be the one of the structures, the sky altars, they should constantly get flipped if you aren't gonna have like a really thick garrison, because it is the closest one to the obelisk. And just like that, SS take it back. But it's the neutral game, fam, right? It's the neutral game. Look at the points per minute. 806 to 350. Even with them flipping structures, they're flipping them but not scoring, which is the part that's hurting them the most, right? Your SS, look at the field again. Already, they literally have just pulled it. They need to hold for 2 minutes against this ball. And then we have random meetups right here. Let's see. He's really happy. He said happy birthday to both of us. Thanks for this. Hey, you're very welcome, bud. You're very welcome. You have to stream on the 15th so he can join on his birthday. When's the 15th? Friday? We might have something on Friday. I'm not sure what we'll have though. If there's KVK fighting, maybe we will. If not, then we'll have something on one of the other channels. Most likely. Fridays are usually a good stream day. Hey QQ, how's the audio compared to the in-game sounds? Does it sound okay? The music compared to the sound? All right, so we're getting some intense fighting there. It looks like the Sky Altar. I think they're gonna lose it again before they get ticks. I can't hear in-game, but oh, okay, interesting. See, I'm hearing it decently loud on my PC, which is why I keep thinking. Okay. So what I might do is I might turn it a little bit back up then. I want to be able for y'all to hear some of the skill animations. Here comes the wall of blue. Burrito bot has finally pinged for the stream. Yeah. I don't know what, I might have to reset MEE after today and see if maybe that will clean it up. It's been pushing the notifications very late, so It is what it is. I did ping y'all in the rock chat though, just in case. See, wuji just keeps, their pressure is so good, right? Because here's the deal, right? What wuji's doing is super good in the fact of when they do lose a structure, they're already with their mob moving down. And so they may lose it, but it's neutral, right? The opponent isn't scoring points and they aren't losing points, right? So they never really lose that deficit, because what happens is by the time they move their murder ball back, it still hasn't ticked to zero. It still hasn't ticked to zero. And then they are instantly reflipping it back. And so the opponent's still not scoring even after taking the structure, right? That's the difference between what SS is doing and what wuji's doing, right? Wuji is actively flipping structures, scoring at least a couple of points, and then losing it. SS is flipping structures, taking them, but losing them before they can score. See, perfect case in point right here. Look, if this shouldn't be a thing, because your altars are the highest scoring structures, right? They're your highest scoring structures. And it's the closest literally to your spot. Look how deep wuji is actually, like, they are deep. You know what I mean? They are pushing forward. They are making sure they ensure that they are going to start getting ticks over, which is huge, right? We are now at a 9.6K lead in favor of wuji right now. And occupation's the name of the game, right? You're going to start to see this increase. 6666 YOLO. But a 6K differential and occupation, you're really going to need. I don't even know if this arc is going to save them, to be honest with you. I really don't. Because at this point, they're going to need multiple arcs plus structures. Because wuji's doing such a great job at flipping structures, I don't think arcs are going to do it, right? They're going to need to get this arc, flip it instantly, and get another arc. And then we're going to go from there, right? 4 minutes on this. That leaves them 21. Then they have an 8-minute. So they would have a shot if they pull it and run it instantly and cap it. They will have a shot at another arc, which they will need on the side of SS. wuji's pretty deep in right now. Pretty deep. And just like that, look at the field. Look at the map. Look at the map layout. Look at blues, neutrals, structures. Like SS are all out of sorts right now. It's kind of run and gun at this point. It's just so many structures are flip-flopping so fast. So this is also something that I would say that I'm not a huge fan of. Well, in this case, I think because they're so close, I would have just, I would pull these back. Are they going with half dead marches to mid? Okay, these aren't half dead. Okay. Looks like both teams are starting to approach. We got about 3 minutes left before our second arc. This one is going to be worth. Let's zoom out and see if we can get that full bird eye view of it. This one's going to be worth 3.5K points. Honestly, we're 10K in the hole right now on the side of SS. You really do need that 3.5. Even with that, I don't know. You see this murder ball, the timing on this is just so good on the side. So good on the side of wuji right now. They're going to swarm down this Shrine of War. It should be easy wins, easy dubs right here. That swarm is going to be absolutely nasty. They just sat in that outside that field of vision when all the marchers were running. I think they're going to be able to snag this. You're starting to see SS trying to regain back, but I don't know. I don't know. The timing on this is pretty solid. And also, the great part is, with 2 minutes left, even these guys dying, they'll be slightly delayed getting towards mid, but they should be pretty. Their calves will definitely be there. Some of the other ones might be slightly delayed, just depends. They're holding garrison pretty well though, but there are a ton of blue over here. Oh, it's about to go down. Oh. Oh. Still holding. Hold. have to get him into rock so he can understand the game. Hey, it's all good, fam. A lot of the times, like just chilling and hanging out is a good vibe. I mean, even if you don't understand, that's the best part about watch parties. Right? Ask your questions, do your thing. Dude, how is this Garrison still alive? Look at this. Look at the sliver. Oh no, come on. Bro, you can't do him like that. Oh no, it was so close. Oh. How you gonna do him like that? It was there. SS do hold on for dear life. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. Let's go towards mid. Fight should start ensuing here. We got a little range action going on. If you're on the side of SS, I honestly would push this. I don't think, is wuji even going for the mid? I don't know if they're even going for mid. Honestly, their lead is so substantial. I don't even know if they need to. You might just neutralize all the structure game and then go from there. That is what it kind of affords them, that opportunity. On the side of SS, you definitely have to, right? You need this arc. You need this arc for sure. Here we go. Here comes the push. Time warp resets the cooldown. Okay. Let me guess, to the death. I'll be honest with you, chat. I'm not a huge fan of that from the side of SS. I like the idea of time warp, but they have the numbers in mid. They have the numbers in mid. Oh, man. Yeah, they both did it. I would have saved it for the third one. I would have pushed the numbers on the side of SS, save sneaky tactics for SS. And wuji grabs the arc. How are you gonna let him do that? Oh no. How are you gonna let him do that to you? Dang, wuji out with the sneaks. With the sneaks. They said, I see your sneaky tactics and I raise you a sneaky arc pull. Homie is booking it. Look, oh my God. Oh, and wuji clearing them all out. Let this be a word to the wise, lesson for the newcomers. This is why positioning for murder balls is so important. Brother makes it out with a sliver of life. Look at that. Oh no. And this is why it's so important when I always talk about y'all, where the fights occur is so important, right? If you were SS, those fights should have happened over here. They can't have clean grabs like that. But wuji did a great job and pushed it to the side, and then when they grabbed it, he booked it. He booked it. And just like that, that should be the name of the game. That should be the end of it right there as we know it. That arc's 3.5. They are already down by 11. Puts them down by almost 15 after this arc capture. Not including all the occupation. We're getting our traditional, actually it's non-traditional. They're doing the 4 split. 2 coming progressively on the opponent side, 2 going back towards reinforcing structures. Should see some swarm. Look at the collapse and the pinch right here that's coming in on this Shrine of War. Coming from both sides. It's a nice little, nice beaut right there. Nice beauty pool right there. So no Heaven's Grace on this matchup. I see haram at KP, not good. Haram. All right, swarm coming in. Swarm coming in. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Wuji's doing such a great job on structures, man. It's one of those, like, the timing is just so good. Timing is so good. You're starting to see, this is what we were seeing from Wuji do the whole time, right? That field of view, just coming over here, parking up in Narnia while you're waiting for the friends to come, the friends and family discount as it comes through. But I gotta go and eat some lemon cake in a bit. Hey, no, enjoy your birthday, my friend. Enjoy your birthday, brother. Nah, for sure. You enjoy that cake, fam. I wish I was having cake, but it is 9 a.m. right now. Woo, woo. I'd be on a sugar high. I'd be on a sugar high for sure. For sure. All right. Pushing that Sky Altar once again. He went to the toilet. What? Oh no. That's not allowed, man. What? What? To the toilet? I'm back. Oh yeah. He was making room for the lemon cake. GG's. GG's. Have an extra piece for me, my friend. Now you say cake. No, I actually want some cake, bro. I need some sweets in my life. Need some sweets in my life right now. A little breakfast sweet. Never hurt anybody, right? Just a whole cake. That's it. No, I hope y'all have a fantastic day, man. Truly. Oh, daddy. A little wuji surprise here. Wuji. All right. The plot has been foiled. They're on to us. They're on to it. Oh no, they got reinforcements, right? Sitting there. Yeah, should be good. And then they said, all right, you got that, but now we're gonna take all your structures. Whew. Whew. Look at that swarm. Time to share some Skittles. He came back around every birthday for 3 years now, and it's always fun. Hell yeah. Dude, Skittles are OP. What's your favorite color, though? What's your favorite color? Like Starburst? There's a clear winner in Starburst, right? There's a clear winner in Starburst every time. This garrison's holding up pretty nicely, but there's just too much. There's too much wuji. Orange? Oh no. Orange? Brother, that's like the one that tastes like the cough medicine, bro. Dang. Rip to your palate, brother. Rip to your palate. Rip to your palate, brother. Got a Honda Civic in Garrison right now. Honda Civic. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. Honda boy. Come to the UK. Food doesn't taste like chemicals here. Oh, dang. I feel like this movie was definitely too old for y'all, but the Coming to America. I love America. My favorite is red, the red one. Red Starburst and red Skittles. Cherry Kool-Aid, undefeated. Cherry Kool-Aid, undefeated. You never change my mind. Cherry Kool-Aid, undefeated. With real sugar though, right? None of that, like, I know y'all young bucks nowadays put in all that artificial junk right now. I'm talking some real sugar into the Kool-Aid. It's chef's kisses. Chef's kisses. All right, let me see. Bow, bow, bow. All right, Skyalter. Wuji's doing actually a really good job. This is why I always like, and I'll say this. This is always why I like watch partying different teams, because you will then learn a lot. Like if I come back next week and Wuji's, you know, they make it out of the group, do all this kind of stuff, they're going into matches and I know who they are. I know kind of what they're great at, what they do really well at. And as a foundation, they have a really solid foundation out of a team that I just don't know, right? They might be experienced, you know, Chinese server rock players, and I just haven't seen them before, you know what I mean? So that's always the beauty of it, is learning new strats, you know, what everyone likes to do. Wuji just looks like a well fine-tuned team. The one thing that I would say that I haven't seen any, but I guess in this matchup, it's not really a necessity, but this is like one of those, they have a hammer and they're just hammering, right? There's no adjustments that are really need to be made as of right now. And so that's kind of the gist of everything. He just stole my Skittles twice? GG's, brother. Have you seen that commercial, QQ, where it's like the old man from, is it State Farm? Where he had his fishing pole and he had the dollar, right? Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. And he's just like yoinking the dude's money. That is so good. It's so good. You gotta be quick, brother. You gotta be quick. You're young, brother. You can't be slow. Then just Wuji's just out here, just the points per minute game. It's just wow. Look at the points per minute. What is going on? What is that? What is that? What? Oh man, 1170 points per minute to 20. Brother. They literally have nothing. They have the red structure. They have the one Sky Altar and are getting absolutely dominated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they want them all. They want all the structures. Oh, man. Wuji's going in for the throat right now. Ooh. Ooh. My friend knows it, but I don't. At least SS is holding up right there, but damn. The positioning is just so good on Wuji. They're blocking the lanes. They're posturing on the correct side of structures. This is clearly an experienced team that knows what they're doing, or they've played together for such a long time. They know the spots that they're trying to position. Because look, even when you're trying to reinforce, look, you can't get through, and that's the whole name of the game right there, right? Make your life a little easier. That swarm coming in thick, and it looks like the shrine was taken too. SS trying to push through, but look at Wuji's positioning, correct side of the structure as they're blocking lanes coming from the opponent's obelisk. This should flip. The name of the game though, right, is they are still flipping them, but the points per minute, look at 0 points per minute. What is going on? Oh, come on. What are we doing? 0 points. I'll be honest with you. I've never seen this outside of a no-show match. I've never seen a team on one side have 0 points in a active match. This is unreal. I've never seen it on a live match. I've never seen that ever. And as we say that right, they finally get that Sky Altar back. And oh, wuji got it. My bad. Oh man, my bad. And this is where the neutral game. Oh, I think they got it in time. Woo, woo. I was a little nerve-wracking there, Chad. I was a little nerve-wracking there. Oh yeah, this got a little out of hand, but it's all right. It's all right, man. Whew. Wuji's looking real good though. Their timing is phenomenal. It's very good. They're protecting the correct lanes and blocking in certain situations. The positioning for arc is very good. They clearly know what they're doing. I'm excited to see them move forward. I believe wuji should be leader in the group right now after this match, but we'll see right after this one. This one's about to be over, and then we will flip over to our 14 UTC. I still need to figure out when the 14 UTC match is. I don't know if it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm gonna check on. Let me pull up the official real quick. Okay, so there's still 44 outs from there. And then we are gonna see, I want to say it's 5 minutes. It would make sense because of this, but we'll see. Let me make sure that my timing isn't off. Okay, so it is up to date. We are Gucci there. Yeah, this match is over. Over. All right, let me see. All right, let me see. There's that. Let me minimize that. Dude, it just became oh shoot, I just saw that guy. Oh, he got in. Let the onslaught begin. Let the onslaught begin. I think everybody's so thick with troops, it's not gonna really matter, but still, that's this part right here becomes very annoying regardless of how much power you have. CC Garrison, let's go. Let's go. You love to see it. You love to see it. Bringing back the classics. I've never heard of 16 OT, but I can't think of JST losing pretty good forever, I feel like. So 16 OT is actually very, very good. Actually very, very good. I would say this. I would be, if I had to pick a winner in that one, I think I'm going to go 16 OT. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I think I'm going 16 OT on that one. Should be a very interesting. It's crazy to think, chat, that at one point we were only 7K differential, and now we are pushing into the 30s right now. It has gotten way out of hand. You just can't, they just can't get out. They can't get out. They can't hold structures. It's tough. CC Garrison reminds me of Oppo's Minamoto 60 GT Garrison clip. Oh, Lord. That's too funny, dude. And just like that, the map is blue, blue, blue. Hard push. And they are basically shocked. It is just full send into their obelisk. This is a GG's for sure, 100%. Wuji just did too good. Like, it's just too good. It was just too good. Looks like SS are by the structure right now. Shrine of Life. Got a little Hera Garrison in here. All right. Last couple of fights before we wrap up this match. I'll show it to him real quick. He'll find it funny. That's too funny. Hera holding, dude. Hera's holding pretty strong. Not gonna lie. Homie is just he's just parked out here, brother. My friend said hydrogen bomb versus coffee, maybe. You playing League of Legends out there, brother? All right, Hera Garrison coming in again. Interesting to see Hera. I'm interested to see how the international, what they use for Garrison. Hera, I'm still surprised Hera is honestly a thing, but hey, it's something I know. I ain't complaining about it, right? But after 2 years, it's still holding true, which is nice. All right, 1 minute left. Let's see, can SS pull down a structure? Whew. Never played it, never will. Yeah, it's pretty tough, brother. It's pretty tough. Dude, look how thick this Garrison is holding. Hold. Oh my God. Keep in mind they have the both same troop tier, same like. All right, there we go. It started popping. That's because it had 0 reinforcements. But look at the Garrison though. That is wild. 20 seconds left. GG's in the chat. Just having some random fights out here in the streets as we wrap up our first official Rise of Kingdoms cast that we've done in quite a while. And I'm happy. I'm excited. Regardless of what the score shows, GG's to both teams. It was an awesome match to catch. SS somehow out here, most valuable player. And y'all know it, the tail of the tape. GG's to Wuji for pulling the win out. And GG's to SS for showing up and trying their best. Provisions 5.3, 4.5. Occupation, we already know the occupation game was unmatched. At some point, SS was at 0, so not much we can do about that. But look at the kills, just the difference in quality. They actually had to heal. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Teleports when I started moving, yeah. All around solid win. All right, let me see. All right, let's raise that up. We gotta find the sweet spot because I still want to hear a little bit from the game when I go rewatch it, but I don't want it to dominate the international. All right, here we go. JST 16OT. We are loading in. Prepare for battle. All right. How far off are we? We are... I want to see the scoreboard. How far are we off? All right, let's look at players. 16 OT. Ace. I'm trying to remember if I remember some of these players. Leo. Haru. I remember Haru. Vinny sounds familiar. Energetic. All right, here we go. The gates of hell have opened. We are now into our second match. Let's just go show off real quick. Save. Strike bot. 80s. Jumba. All right, and we'll zoom out here in a minute to see the overall. I just want to see everybody real quick. Night King. Oh, the Night King. I remember Night King. Oh, Teddy is still here. Let's go. The Teddy. All right, let's zoom out. Let's see what the breakoffs are looking like right now. What skills have been used? So energetic from both sides getting used. I suspect we're gonna have pretty traditional breakoffs, but let's see. Obelisks have already been touched. We have our totems getting laid. Interesting position for the side of 16 OT. Both obelisks have been tapped. Want to see what this breakout looks like, fam. We're gonna stick here for a minute just to see what it looks like. Just remember, 16 OT is tied right now with 2377. They pretty much need a win to stay in contention to win the group, leading all the way to week 3, where they will battle against 2377, and only one can make it out of each group. So this is a big one because JST is no slouch. They are coming off a tough loss from 2377 and trying to play spoiler. Looks like a fairly even split from the side of each side. Looks a little bit heavier down below. Nothing too crazy down here. Let me see. A lot of Jones. Some Scipios. Interesting. We're going more for speed breakoffs. Less Scipio. Okay, there's maybe they're just all delayed behind. QSH. All right. We are already progressing. Look, all the information you need to know right here. Little CC gathering data right now. Run, Forrest, run! Just gathering all the data they need. Nevsky's, a lot of Cav. Look at the CC, brother. Mission Impossible. Cue the music. Dun, 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 dun. You heard 2377, and whoever's against them isn't gonna win. Yeah, they're pretty tough. Pretty tough, boy. All right, we already got our first fight. Interesting from the side of JST. We aren't pushing. Typically, you would see push right here, push over here. I feel like we're pulling. We might be pulling something here. We might be going for the swing. I think we're gonna see some. Oh, this is very awkward. So here's the key, right? Are they going to start pulling forward because they're not seeing anybody? I feel like we're gonna see a skill get popped here pretty quick. All right, we'll keep our eye on that. That was a little suspect. 16 OT pushing through. Our first fights around Desert Altar, opening up 20 seconds. So here's the key, right? I don't know if they've adjusted this yet, but it used to be, you see how this march is parked on the circle? We're gonna keep our eyes around it. It used to be if you are parked there, your march, there's a delay in getting into the structure. It usually will go out to go back in. And they got in, okay. So it didn't do that animation anymore, which is nice. So JST are inside of their structures right now. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I would normally dance, but I haven't stretched yet. The birthday dance. All right, here we go. Sky Altar, 16 OT. JST are applying a ton of pressure. It's interesting to see the play. There you go. There's the split. This is very common for what they usually do. But the Desert Altar play threw me for a loop. I don't know what's going on. That looked like a failed attempt right there. I thought they were going to try to run some sneaky tactics or do something on it. I don't know if there's a cooldown right off the rip though, so they might not have been able to. But that stall was very awkward. Welcome everybody to the stream. Do me a huge favor if you haven't already. Smash that like button on the stream. Helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'd greatly appreciate it and welcome you to the Burrito Gang. Thank you again for all the love and support y'all been showing the channels, right? As this is our brand new channel that we are firing up exclusively for Rise of Kingdoms. So if you are interested in that, make sure you sub to the channel and hit that bell icon. All right, looks like 16 OT holding it down. JST with the hard push out here. Looks like they did flip the neutrals, which honestly is kind of surprising. But we'll figure it out. Right, we got about 5 minutes before the first arc spawns between the two teams. I'm looking to see where we're going to be going. The top side looks like it's having more intense fighting, but 16 OT is pressuring on this bot side on this JST Sky Altar. So let's check it out. The swarm is coming in. Here it comes. Coming in hot. Are JST gonna be able to get in? Let's see. Let's see. All right, here come. This is gonna be the real test right here. Now they got fresh marches coming in. Tick, 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 tick. 16 OT really pushing this because this timing is really good because it allows the opportunity for your marches to either take a structure or neutralize it or just die, and then you can the fastest march in Rise of Kingdoms is a dead march, so get back to your city to then send fresh troops towards the middle. JST are holding, they're holding, but there are a ton of 16 OT here. They're just all really low. This is gonna be a tight one. This is gonna be close. Three and a half minutes. Ooh, look at that sliver of health. Oh, dude, this is a reoccurring theme apparently today. The so close yet so far situation. And just like that, reinforcements are in. That should be cooked right there. Should get those first occupations. You're starting to see them right there as they're coming in. Little CC swarm never hurt anybody. Dude, this QSH is still, oh my god. Oh my god. There you go, just like that. JST are able to hold as we watch the mid rotation. This is gonna be one of the very few times. The first arc is always unique because you're getting people coming from 3 different directions, rotating towards middle. And we're about 2 minutes out. This is pretty standard for what you're gonna see. I'm just interested to see, there you go, as one Sky Altar flips over in favor of JST. That is not an uncommon thing, especially, dude, what is this play? See, this is that awkward march placement because of the field of vision, right? It's right in the middle between the structures. So if you're not looking for it, you're not gonna see it. And they just took it back, but look at the timing, right? They took it back and they're pushing forward. Now you're gonna see the timing coming in. But what we are here for is this. The mid fights, just peeking at each other. We're looking, this is where matches are won and lost. Should be absolute fire between these two teams. I'm excited for it. I don't know which skills we're looking at. I feel like they are both pretty aggressive teams. So I suspect both of them are going to use to the death for sure. But I would like to see a Heaven's Grace. I think if I see a Heaven's Grace, it's going to be on 16 OT more than I'm going to see it on JST. Here we go, posturing forward. Got about a minute left. About a minute left before Arc spawns. Desert Storm coming from 16 OT. Great placement. They should be pushing forward. Desert Storm come in on their side. I don't know why they would push it that deep. They should have honestly known that 16 OT was probably going to push. I would have, well, lowers them a little bit. Not very much though. Dude, the wait and see game is intense. Dude, this is so good. We got altars flicking. We got Shrine of War going. Let me see if that's what they're waiting on. They might be waiting on the shrine to go down. And it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, back to middle. Got 10 seconds coming in. JST are the aggressors to the death. 16 OT. Popping it first. Arc has spawned. Who's gonna grab it first? Looks like 16 OT might have gotten the first pool. JST, pull it from the backside. Oh, run, Forrest, run. Run. Dude, 16 OT, look how thick. Oh no, look at the mid. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. Look at the sad faces on the side of JST. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Dude, let's go. Dude, oh my God. What skills did we pop for the side of JST? The mark. So they saved to the death. Okay, so JST did not use to the death. And just like that, 16 OT, especially not popping skills like that, it is going to be an interesting play to see. I don't know what JST, honestly, like that was, hey, we'll see it. Arc being run back, 16 OT. That one is worth 3,000 score. And so now we flip back to structure game. It's going to come down. What do y'all think is going to happen? 16 OT. Are they going to hold it? Are they going to cap it? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? That's a statement right there on the first one. The first arc. That is a statement and a half right there. We are here to play and win. 16OT coming out strong. JST have always been really good at occupation, right? Look at the occupation score though, right? But the thing is, right, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen when you are constantly flipping structures, right? So now you'll start to see the swarms are gonna start coming in. They're gonna reset a ton of structures. 16OT has plenty on the field. They just invested in the arc. You might get a couple of bad score for a couple of minutes until you reset. And then probably what will happen is I would hold the arc until you're able to at least reset the score points wise. And then you determine whether you want to capture it. If your strategy is to only have 2 arcs in the match, whatever your gameplay is, but you don't want to capture it too fast. You want to make sure you reset the structure game first, right? JST, oh my God, this garrison is looking good. Dude, that garrison hasn't moved at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so it looks like we are flipping some structures, 360 to 962. We're running here, but the altars are being flipped. Not gonna lie, Rise of Kingdoms looks fun to play. It's fun. It's just a lot of time and a lot of, you know, it's a ton of fun though. It has a great community. All right, so 16OT, we're able to retake that altar. Looks like we're already starting to progress. There you go, altars flip here, Shrine of Life. And then we are slowly starting to reset up here as we slowly push this desert altar on the opponent's side. The field pressure just is clearly in favor of JST right now. And so we're gonna keep our eyes on that. You really, if you are 16OT, you really don't wanna sit back too long, right? At some point, you're gonna have to pressure the field because you're gonna get JST doing this, where they're just gonna posture forward and then kind of keep you on your back foot the whole time. But keep in mind, right? This is like a 2 points. What? 2.6. 2.6K lead. And then you have that 3K in the pocket. So it's more like a 5.6K lead right now in favor of 16OT.
tiempo que sea ni lo vamos a contar. Solo quiero ver.
16OT doing great progression over here. Slowing the field down, which is nice. Right, those seemed like random fights, but what happened is it frees them up because then JST isn't freely doing this, which is an issue, right? They're at least gonna get those ticks in favor. They probably should solidify their altar first before they progress forward, because now JST has a nice clear line of sight. But they have effectively reset the majority of their structures. But JST are gonna keep progressing. They are a very aggressive alliance in terms of Arc of Osiris and Grand Prix, all that kind of stuff. So you gotta hold off the waves, right? The waves are always crucial. It's ebbs and flows. Just like that, JST take the altar again. And honestly, if you are gonna lose mid, right, you can afford to lose mid if you can dominate occupation, right? This is the major difference right here, right? Once the arc comes in, that's gonna bump it up, but you can still win with a very dominant occupation game, right? Even if you lose mid. but it has to be dominant. All right, JST swarming again. Here comes neutral again. Neutral again. Just look at the break off. So clean. So we are constantly having this and this, right? Those are the lanes that they keep using, is this and this. So honestly, if you're gonna put a sentry, I would put a sentry right here to hopefully see when they are doing that, right? You should hopefully be able to capture both instances, but that's what they've been doing nonstop. Bottom, they are kind of just yeeting and deleting. They're just doing the normal traditional. But we are getting the blocks, which is what I was talking about earlier, right? They are blocking the lanes for reinforcement. And they're doing a great job of doing that as it ticks down towards the capture. 16 OT will probably need another wave to clear this. We're gonna get to eat the cake in a sec. We'll be back later. Have fun while I'm AFK. Hey, QQ, I appreciate you, big dog. Enjoy your lemon cake, my friend. Enjoy it. And happy birthday again, bud. All right, energetic getting popped on the side again for 16 OT. So right now, even with that, look at this. Even with the score, look at the score. And that's with the capture, chat. That's with the capture. That's how dominant this has been. We are nilled up. We are nilled up. We are nilled up after the first capture. JST have a slight lead right now. I'm intrigued by how many provisioners are out right now. I'm intrigued by that. JST are doing a phenomenal job holding structures, and I'm telling you, when you're 3xing an occupation non-stop per minute, that you're gonna need the arcs. So this is the play right here, guys. This is the reason why I do not like when teams hold arcs. The only reason you would hold an arc is if you're keeping the structure game tight, right? Right now, the structure game is nowhere near close, right? It's drastically in favor of JST. So if you're 16 OT, you really have to lean into what you're doing the best at, which is arc, right? Which is capturing the arc. So we're gonna see if it comes to bite them. You're starting to see that lead drastically increase, even though they haven't captured an arc. That next arc could be worth absolutely nothing depending on this occupation game, right? That's the reason that this gets dangerous, right? It might take, I'll be honest with you, it may take 16 OT 3 arcs in order and provisions in order to beat JST because of how good this occupation game is. 16 OT do take their ultra back, right? And once again, look, it's out in the middle of Narnia, running around. The lines of sight are very good. They're testing them out. Here come altar swarms again. 35 seconds, clear out this reinforcing march. All right, clear that out, and then once they clear that out, it turns into all-out swarm. They honestly might just be waiting. They might be waiting just to clear this out, and then they have the back line coming forward, but we'll see. Sixteen OT doing a great job. They're posturing forward very well. JST structure game is just so good. It's just so good. All right, rotation mid. You started to see JST rotating early. They are rotating relatively early this time. 3.5, almost about 3.5 minutes early. Desert Altar about to tick forward. 16 OT starting to see that, so now they're starting to rotate. But look at these blue marches. Look at these sneaky little beavers here. I think this is gonna be this might be enough to sneak that altar out. It might be close. Might be close. But look at the timing. Just look at the timings on these marches, though. Right? We're about 2.5 minutes. If I was them, I would have waited to about the 2-minute mark and then moved towards the structure. But as you see that, look at all the structures blinking now. The timing on all of these is so well planned. Shrine of War, altar just flipped. Shrine of Life is literally getting cooked. We can see all blue by the time this arc even spawns. By the time it even spawns. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I want to see JST posture forward. They were always known for posturing forward. Starting to inch up together. Yeah, there you go. They're going for this. You can tell just by this. This is very traditional JST. I've never been a huge fan of fighting on the side. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Got about 1:30 left. Starting to see 16 OT start to inch up closer and closer and closer. The trick, here's the key, right? How big of a skill bar does 16 OT have? Right? They did hit to the death, right? Desert Storm coming on the side of 16 OT. Ooh, I would have waited on that. Could have gotten a lot more marches that are coming in. I'm gonna try the rope-a-dope real quick. All right, here we go, 40 seconds. 16 OT have already used one of their skills. What is next? We're still waiting for JST. We're still waiting. I wonder what they're going to hit him with. They still have 3 skills, so you know they're going to use it. Probably 2, I would say. Desert Storm from JST. Here it comes. To the death. Okay. Heaven's Grace on size 16 OT. That's what we wanted to see. See, I would have paired that. I think that's the hard one, is that 7 points right there. That's probably their max bar. I would have tried to pair it with a low 2. All right, we're starting to see 16 OT get pushed out. Lots of 16 OT coming out. Lot of blue, lot of blue. The arc, who has it? I think, okay, the arc carrier died. I think it was 16 OT that pulled it. But look at JST clearing it out in mid. You want to see somebody from JST grab it? I think I see 5 right here. 4. Yeah, they should grab it. Witcher grabbing and running. Run, boy, run. And just like that, JST with the mid fight. Guys, this is going to get real interesting real quick. I'll be honest with you. If I was JST, you ready for it? I would sit on it. I would sit on it, lean into your provision. You have some provisions going on, but lean into that occupation game. Lean into it. JST playing spoiler right now. Oh, woo. JST playing spoiler right now. You love to see it. All right, here comes JST for the occupation game. Charge! Right into the desert altar. Chad, you ready for this? Here is the exciting part, okay? If, right, and we're playing a hypothetical game here. If JST wins this match, okay? They have EE for week 3, which being, I love EE, right? I respect to them. JST should win that, which would put them at 2 wins, right? 2377 should win this week. Should put them at 2 wins. And 16OT would go in with 1 win next week, going into next week, where they would then play 2377. Okay. And if 16OT were able to sneak out a win there, we would then have a pool of 2220, and then it would come down to net points to see who would advance into the grand final, or like the Grand Prix bracket. Guys, this is gonna be insane. First step, we need JST to win this in order to even tee that up, right? They're doing a fantastic job. They are already up by 2.9. They have this second arc in their bag. We're 3.5, and they are very, very strong on occupation right now. But I am happy to see that 16OT does, for the first time, I think, in this match, have the advantage in the occupation. 16OT held on. They held on for that swarm. I like it. You're starting to see 16OT trying to get more aggressive on the map now that they are starting to catch on what's going down. All right, so random fights there. We are Gucci there. Let's come check over here. I think they see, so this is what they're starting to do, right? They're starting to block the lane here because they know that they've been running here. And so I like the idea of 16OT pulling back, right? Because now they're starting to see what JST is doing structure-wise. All right, I don't know what it is, but JST's garrison just looks so much stronger. Just looks so much stronger. 16OT's is getting flipped non-stop. But 16 is holding on for dear life. They're holding on. Is this gonna happen again? Oh man, somebody has to get in there, right? Send that reinforcement, brother. Why are you marching back? Just kill it off, brother. Kill it off. All right, somebody did get in. That might be enough to sustain this. Might be enough to sustain this. Yeah, there it is. That should be enough. Herman ain't taking that down by himself. Great, solid hold for the side of 16OT. They can't afford to keep losing those desert altars. And just like that, like as expected, right? The structure game for 16OT and JST is coming into play. But I am happy to see that 16OT is starting to catch on to where they're marching from. Here comes the next big swarm coming out from the side of JST.
Ella sabe que te la descono la van a quitar. Los fines de semana son tan santos, hay que vacilar.
All right, 16 OT holding it. There you go. Now nice pressure on the map. See, okay, so this is an adjustment that I'm seeing from 16 OT that I am liking. They are starting, their mindset has shifted. They are now, instead of offense, they are instantly, their first reaction is to attack defensively first, then progress aggressively through the map. So secure your structure first, then progress forward, right? That is the shift that has happened now. As you start to see, right, they defended their Desert Ultra because they know that they're going to push. Once the wave has been cleared, then they progress on the map. And now you're starting to see that, right? The change in the aggression on the map is drastically shifted from in between the first arc and the second, right? Now JST is going to have to play a little defensive, clear them out, then progress forward, right? That is a nice little shift that has been happening. If 16 OT can pull this would be great. Here's the main difference from what was previously happening and what is happening right now. JST was actively scoring utilizing the opponent's structures. 16 OT is doing a great job in occupation now, but they are not scoring on enemy structures. They are only maintaining their current structures, which is not going to help because right now they are nilled up. What JST honestly wants is this. They want it 590 to 500 for the rest of the match, right? They have an arc that they're sitting on. They can afford for this to happen, right? What they can't afford is what was previously happening against 16 OT, where it was 720 to 290, right? For 5 minutes. You can't have that. That is just too much time, especially when you're trying to make up scores. They're currently down 1.6 with the 3.5K arc. That's putting them closer to like 5K differential right now. And so in order to make that up, you are going to need to start scoring with enemy structures, which is what's so big. And just like that, look at JST flipping. Oof. The Sky Altar is nasty. Just so good. Once again, defensive first, followed by aggression. All right, let me see. All right, let's look at the map real quick. So see, JST is content with sitting on this. There will still be a third arc, but it's not gonna have very much time. But the reality is most of these murder balls are dying in the first minute. So 8 minutes is kind of long, right? It's kind of long to hold. And see, JST's posturing on the specific side of the structure is very good. Right, that's the reason why they're able to do this kind of stuff and capture. This is what 16 OT is not doing, right? They're not actively capturing and scoring points with the enemy structures. They might flip a structure, but they aren't scoring. Within the next 2 minutes, they are losing it. And that's the reason why it's so different. And their garrisons just look so much. The compositions must be completely different because, hey, like these marches are melting with the swarm, but when JST swarms, it's whew, chef's kisses. JST holds again, boys. Ugh. All right, we got mid fighting. They did flip the structure back, but see, this is what I'm talking about, right? The structure flip game is a real thing. All right, they found their little nook here. I like this from 16OT, pushing. That way they can't ball up. There you go. Now they cleared them out. Now they rinse towards the structure. And these are good points of reference for the future, right? If JST makes it out, right, you now know what, where their march is going, so you can plan for it accordingly. All right, let's see. All these marches are red. Oh man, these are all going down. Down, down, down. See, if you're JST, I would honestly just run away from this and let these guys swarm the garrison. They're so low, except that XY. Interesting that they're using XY. Chandra? Ew. Interesting. Chandra XY. And there you go. 16 OT, do flip it. I just don't know if they have enough to sustain that, right? Because look, even with 10 seconds, right? Look at JST. This is what I just mean by timing, right? The timing is just so good. They will get, 16 OT is going to flip it, but, they'll get that initial tick. And then guess what? In another minute, they probably won't hold that structure. And so then you are kind of capitalizing on the timing and not giving away free points, right? That structure is spending more time in neutral than it is scoring. And that's the idea, the name of the game. If it's not scoring for you, you want it sitting neutral as long as possible. This structure has flipped so many times, I bet you it spent more time in neutral than it has scoring in this match thus far. We only have 16 minutes left. Got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left before they have to capture the arc, which will leave us around 14 minutes. Then you have that 8-minute countdown, right? Which will leave us, 14, 8, 6 minutes left for the final capture. And that's all she wrote. Then we will have provisions, which I will tell you this, I suspect that there are going to be more provision marches going out for the side of 16 OT. And there you go. Just like that, the capture comes in a little bit early, but I'm not mad about it. A little bit early, but they are currently up by 4.6K points in favor of JST. As we come into the last stretch, let's look at the teletape as of right now, what it is. Occupation. Honestly, I'm surprised. This could have been way worse. 16 OT did pivot a little bit, and it kind of course corrected on this front. Arcs, you can see, we're split up. Provisions haven't come in. So it'll be interesting. We're already seeing healed troops. Man, already. All right, let's see what the swarm's looking like. And just like that. Oh, get in. Where are the reinforcements? Once again, I think this QSH might get the last hit. Oh, they got, okay. Dude, that QSH is, oh my God. Oh my God, why is he so strong? QSH up here, dude. He might, if they don't reinforce it, maybe. I don't know. Okay, no, they should hold. They should hold. This would be a fail. Okay. Oh, it's Baba. All right, here we go. Once again, Desert Altar flips in favor of JST. It sounds like a reoccurring record, right? Like a broken record, just altar flipping in favor of JST. All right, 6 minutes. 6 minutes to the final arc of the match. All right, so here's the crucial part. You ready for it? Here's the crucial part. I didn't even think I was going to say this, but with the pivot from 16 OT, it comes down to the last arc. That last arc is going to be worth 4,000 score, which would pull 16 OT immediately back in. That also, don't forget, we still got provisions that got to come in. This could still be a game, but first things first, 16 OT has to win this next arc. They have to win. No ifs, ands, or buts. They have to win this next arc. They still got a good shot. Still got a good shot. All right, JST flipping some structures, hopefully, or at least that's the hope. All right, let's see how it's going, boys and girls. Dude, okay, now their garrison seems to be doing a whole lot better this time. Very nice. Good hold on that front. We are starting to rotate 4 minutes early. 4 minutes. We've progressively gotten earlier and earlier each arc. Desert Altar getting swarmed. Let's see if it's gonna hold up. Chandra, we're going cav, baby. Cav. All right, JST, hold door. There you go. Desert Altar getting pulled back a little bit. A little worrisome. They're a little worried. There you go. How are they playing this? They might be playing this pretty well, to be honest with you. They're ignoring. That's a big dub right there. Save, trying to, you know, he ain't saving. He's trying to kill off his troops, it looks like. Oh man, that guy's getting obliterated. Ooh. Save being spoiler. Save's picking him off, man. Love you, baby. All right. All right, chat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. 30 seconds.
No lo que vale, solo disfruta, seamos normales. Yo soy la cobra pa' todos esos males y soy un pro para esos desembales. Desembales, para esos desembales. Desembales, y soy un pro para esos desembales. Ella quiere farra, 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 farra. Ella quiere farra, farra, farra. Ella está soltera, no tiene alguien que la amarra. Farra, 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 farra. Ella quiere farra, farra, farra. Ella está soltera, no tiene alguien que la amarra. Siento que tú y yo sentimos lo mismo.
All right. Sorry about that, chat. Here we go. 30 seconds as we are loading in. Sorry, I had to go run to the wife. Oh my God. Oh my. 16 OT is pushing. What skills were popped to the death for both sides? Time warp was used by both sides. It's all coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to this. Let's fucking go. Comes down to this. 16 OT have to win this. They've pulled it to less than 2,000. This arc is worth 4,000 score. The arc has appeared. It is all muddied up. This is what we were talking about in the previous match. You need to have this absolute just mucked. JST seems like they have just pulled it. They pulled it from the side. Oh no. You always want to pull it from the backside. When you pull it from the side of the structure, it adds on an extra like 10 to 12 seconds to get back where you would if you grabbed it from the backside and pulled it. JST is running away with it. Where are we going? And JST are sneaking it out. Oh man. Oh man, JST pulling the spoiler. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Oh no. Spoiler alert. Oh no. Hey QQ, we're back. How was your cake, my friend? Was it delicious and nutritious? You got here for the last 6 minutes, my friend. And JST looks like they might be playing spoiler. We do still have. Oh no, actually, I think they pulled all their provisioners. Energetic from JST, energetic from 16OT. They did. That's how they brought the lead back. Oh no. That was their play, their win play right there. I don't think they have any more provisions on the side of 16OT. Not enough to make up 6K lead. Now you're going into full turtle mode. With JST says, turtle what? And they get massively aggressive. All right, we have 5 minutos left, boys and girls. And it all comes down, they insta-capture that arc because there is not enough time. We now have a 7K lead going in with less than 5 minutes on the clock. 16OT is gonna have to pull something out of the bag in order to do this. Usually I would say provisions and some occupation, but it takes 2 minutes to capture a building, right? We are now at the point where if you're JST, as long as you just neutralize buildings, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. All you need to do is neutralize buildings, right? Even if they take your structure, just make sure they don't capture points on it, right? They are gonna need to 3x, 4x your score in occupation for the next 4 minutes to even have a shot. And even then, I don't even think that would cut half of it. So that's a tough pill to swallow right there. It's a tough one. It all came down to that last arc, and JST getting that first pull was just so dirty. It was just so dirty. They mirrored each other on the skills. And it was a great plan from JST. It was a great plan. A lot of infield fighting. Yeah, I think they kind of GD'd it up. All right, JST pushing forward on the map, looking really good. Sneaky tactics. Where are we going, boys? Where are we going? See, usually this is where I would have said JST probably would have balled here and used it. But where did they use it though? Huh. Circling the horses. I feel like they're gonna march down. Oh, here it is. Aha. Did anybody get in there or somebody just poked it? They might have just poked it. Nah, because there would be marches here if they were pulling this. I just got brutally tickled by my mate. I also said JST was gonna win. You did. You did. You definitely called it. All right. I didn't see anything happen, so I assume it's just a random pop. That's 30 seconds. I don't know. I guess we're just, well, it's 2 minutes left. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Let's just watch some fights real quick. See what we're looking at. JST swarming everything down. Jeez. Coming out. 1:30 left on the clock. And then JST's getting their first win in groups. JST clearing him out. 40 seconds left. There is no coming back. There is no coming back. That last arc was the play. That last arc was the play. And now it's starting to look more like the beginning of the match. Yeah. Where the occupation game was just off. Desert Storm from JST. Are they going to use it on one of the structures? Oh, they used it down here. GG's to both teams. JST were able to take this. Hades is your most valuable player. Let's look at that tail of the tape. Boom, just like that. 2 arcs. That last one came in absolutely clutch for JST. Well played on the skills. Definitely, if you didn't check that out, check out kind of what they did. They slow rolled their skills and saved up for the second one. Occupation. Honestly, I thought this could be way worse. Only 6K difference. And then provisioning. Where did the JST provisions come from? 5K. Oh man. With the provision game, look at the kills, flip flop. Oh man, that was absolutely chef's kisses. GG's to both teams. Let's just spend 1 minute looking real quick at the Grand Prix details. All right, tail of the tape, here we go. Well, they haven't updated yet, so they will update, and we will officially be, I assume, 23, yeah, 1, so they haven't updated, so they'll have 2, and then we'll kind of work our way down here. Who won between Beer and OWR? Okay, so Beer is holding that beer. Alrighty, fam. Well, you know what time it is, unfortunately, right? I love this watch party. I enjoyed y'all. Do me a huge favor if y'all enjoyed the stream. Do me a favor, smash that like button on the stream. Helps out that YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this out with your friends. let us know. I am actively watching the engagement, and I want to produce stuff for y'all that y'all are enjoying. So all the engagements matter. So I thank you again for everyone that was hanging out in chat. QQ, I hope you have a fantastic birthday. You and your friend have a great time. And we'll see y'all very, very soon. Keep your eyes out. I'm going to split these up in the VODs and repost them. But yeah, thank you again. Huge shout out. Congrats to the winners this week. We'll see y'all for week 3 next Sunday. All right, y'all have a good one. Boba out. Bye.